So I'm Oliver from Peter Crawford, and I am here to pitch to you premium style.
The key elements that I'm looking to put into this are the public and products liability cover.
I guess my first question is this?
I think this is a scheme.
Very interesting that you chose a segment of which we know very little. We're clearly not heavily broked.
So my scheme today is a mobility retailer scheme.
And our winners for the schemes are Holly for your Motability and Jonathan for the security. Hello again, finalists. We actually meet for the last task. You've completed the other 4, and now I want to get it very personal. I want to see each one of you on your own with me for 30 minutes. I want to find out what makes you tick. I want to find out what you think you've done well in this final, and that which you've done badly and where you should improve. I want to know what ambitions you've got. I want to see your hunger. I want to know what you're going to do to help me in my business. So I'll be seeing you all very shortly, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, nice to see you, Ashley.
And you?
You want to be the broker apprenticeship?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Your regulation was good. I can't say the same about your green scheme proposal. It looked a bit barking, frankly. Where did that come from? Is that because your personal ideas about being green? But you know?
No, I thought there was something in it. I thought it was unique, and I thought it was quite forward-thinking, and genuinely think it's something that the market hasn't really got. And I actually think there's some positive points in there.
How competitive are you?
Very. Yeah, perhaps a bit too much sometimes.
So will you rubbish your other contestants?
No, I think they're all really of a high calibre. But
why wouldn't you rubbish them if you want to win?
Well, I do want to win, but I think hopefully my tasks and putting myself forward in a good light would be better than putting them down.
So where's this career plan? You know, when we look back at your career after 40 or 50 years of you sitting in your nursing home dribbling, you know, what will success in your career look like?
Well, I think it will either be in my actual day-to-day role, either a director at Cotters or maybe doing my own thing. And outside of that, I really want to go as far as I can in my career.
For what purpose?
For financial purposes.
Money. It comes down to money.
Not all, but for satisfaction.
Isn't that at variance with your moral stance? So I don't undercut the competitor. I don't rubbish them. I want to make money.
No. Everyone wants to earn a good living. I want to be satisfied with what I do in my day-to-day. I want to push myself. I want to go as far as possible. And obviously, with that, I want to earn as much as possible. So it's a job and it's a career, and I want to do well for myself.
So Oliver, you want to be the Broker Apprentice of the Year, do you?
I do,
Yeah.
I do.
Do you think you've got what it takes?
I hope so. I think that, you know, some of the tasks that we've done, I feel that I've performed quite well in. I think that I've got a good understanding of the industry.
Did you think you did your regulation task okay?
Yeah, I think so. It was, to be fair, from my perspective, that was the most nerve-wracking task. I've never been sort of put in front of a camera like that before and have to give a 1-minute speech on how to overhaul regulation. But I made some sort of notes on what I wanted to say.
I don't want a broker apprentice who ain't going to get qualified.
Yeah,
so
100%.
when's your target completion?
Most certainly 100% by the end of this year, but I want to do it in the next 6 months.
Will that be ACI or will that be CERT or DIP?
CERT CII for the first, because it's at the minute
so
that's
when
the
are you going to get your ACI?
one. Hopefully.
Hopefully. We don't hope in business, we actually make sure in business.
I would say by the end of next year, it's important. You know, 2014.
Where you make your money is the value add. And where's your value add?
I think the service that we give, we pride ourselves on good customer service, so we're always there. All of my clients have my personal mobile number. I don't have sort of a work mobile that gets switched off, so my clients know that when they want to get hold of me, they can get hold of me. And I never want to be one of those brokers that just sell on price. Absolutely.
How are you going to take the skills and capabilities
Yeah.
you got, take your enthusiasm and make you into a big businessman that's going to run a business of worth 10, 15, 20, 30 million pounds that you can then sell and go and be on the beach?
I think just, by carrying on doing what we're doing, by giving good customer service.
Do you have a personal written up development plan?
I don't have one. I don't have it written up in my head. I know what I want to do and how I want to grow the business to get to those stages.
So which of these tasks did you think you did really well at?
Task number 1, the awkward client. I think it was in a way my everyday job.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought that was.
Oh, it's meant to be easy for you.
Yeah.
The customer wasn't particularly difficult.
No.
Was he?
No.
Do you handle difficult customers? Do you get many?
We do get a few, and I think that's probably what I lack in terms of confidence, actually, dealing with the awkward ones.
You talked in regulation about being more professional. How professional are you?
I think I'm very professional.
You got your ACII yet?
Yeah.
When did you get that?
In December.
I thought your advert was a bit weak.
Okay.
Do you know any reason why that might have been one of your weakest things?
Because I would have said it's probably because I'm not very creative, and that task, you had to suddenly think about what you had to do in your advert, and that was probably the bit I maybe prepared less for. Or
How ruthless are you? How competitive?
I think I'm very competitive. Maybe I don't show it, but I think I am in my head very, very competitive.
What's your career ambitions? What do you expect to achieve out of your career? When you're in your nursing home,
Yeah.
40 years'
Yeah.
time, hardly be able to remember the next day, but what would success for you look like?
I want to obviously progress into management from where I am now, and one day I would like to be on the board of directors of a company. That is what I love to do. Maybe have my own company. That's why I want to look back and see what I've done.
So what skills and capabilities will you bring to people to say, yeah, I want to put this person into management, I want to put Katie onto the board? What skills and capabilities have you got?
I think you've got to show you have good leadership skills. I think you've got to be quite diplomatic, which is something I think I do have. And
Are you too nice?
I think from people seeing me growing up, they say nowadays I'm a lot more feistier than I used to be.
Yeah.
If someone is putting in their place, I will put them in their place. And they'd probably look at me and think, oh, she couldn't put me, but I would.
Yeah.
If I had to, I would. And I think people have got to respect you for you to be able to do that quite successfully.
So how have you found this whole experience so far?
It's been exciting, nerve-wracking. It's sort of pushed me completely out of my comfort zone, but I've gained a lot of experience just from participating in this competition.
Do you want to be a director?
I think being a director would be quite important, because then you'd have some sort of say and input into strategies.
So what skills and
planning.
capabilities do you need? What do you see in your current directors that you'd like to either have the same as or better than them? What do you see, and how are you going to get them?
I mean, they have an abundance of knowledge, so knowledge is key, I think.
Okay.
Behind everything, you need that sort of level of knowledge behind you, so which is, why obviously I'm completing the exams, and also just from industry experience as well, you'll gain further knowledge. I don't think it's possible to know everything.
But what's your ambition, Holly? What's your big ambition?
I think just to be successful. I'm
what
very
does success mean?
I'm very self-motivated, so whether it be a director in sort of thinking of new ideas and schemes, or something along those lines would be something that I'd enjoy, because obviously I have, as I said, the schemes task I enjoyed the most, thinking of new
So
ideas.
if you come and work with me for a week, what are you going to bring? What value I'm going to get out of having Holly with me for a week?
Well, I'm a bubbly person to be around. I'm a hard worker. I try and remain professional throughout sort of my whole career, as well as bringing fresh ideas, but with a traditional ethos and mentality about me. I think that's where I'm slightly different.
I thought your regulation was good. You got through it, did it? I think in second take. I think.
Yeah.
But I was surprised at your view.
Right, okay.
Leave it to us. We regulate ourselves. It's like the police saying, "Oh, stay out," or the press, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But what I did mention in there is that there's still room for a regulator, but I'd like the regulator to take, with the insurance industry anyway, take more of a backseat and just make sure that these checks are going through. I mean, I think we've taken great steps in the industry to increase professionalism and such incentives like the Aldermanbury incentive as well, to try and say, look, we can do it on ourselves. And if there's any, towards the end of that speech, I put in, we should be quite making the innovations in terms of regulation, because we're dealing with it day in, day out. We can say, look, this is going to work better here. So I'd like the regulator to take more of a step of kind of just, obviously we don't want it to go...
But the track record is that we have a broken industry where most of the people in the broken industry are not qualified.
Yeah.
Are you qualified?
I'm getting there.
Not yet?
Not yet. I will become qualified as quickly as I can take my certificate exam straight away and get that overdone.
When are you going to get ACI? When are you going to become a chartered broker?
I would really like to do it within 5 years. 5 years of the whole thing, so certificates. So I've already done a year certificate, so four years left.
Another 4 years.
Yeah, that's one of my goals anyway.
It's a competitive business.
It is.
How are you about dirty tricks and rubbishing the competitors to win?
No, that's something I've never been into. I mean, what
about these 4 competitors here? Won't you?
Yeah.
You're going to rubbish. Come on, rubbish them in front of me now, and then you might win.
Yeah. No. I mean, no. That's not really the approach I would take on that, because it's not what's right. That's not how you should be competing to succeed.
Are you a genuinely nice guy, or are you just putting on a show so you can win this?
No, I think I am a nice guy. I think I am.